Problem number 6. Let's see if you got this right. Which graph shows a proportional relationship with a constant of proportionality of 4? There's 2 pieces to this. So first, we're looking for the graph that shows a proportional relationship, and also this proportional relationship has to have a constant of proportionality of 4. Let's start by looking at this first part that talks about it being a proportional relationship. So I'm going to eliminate all of the choices that are not proportional. So I see this letter C that does not go through 0, 0. So it is a straight line, but it doesn't go through 0, 0. So that is not proportional. So the answer cannot be C. So this is not the right choice. All right, so now I look at A, that's proportional. It's a straight line and it goes through 0, 0, so it could be A. I look at B, it is a straight line, but it does not contain 0, 0, so this is not proportional, so it could not be B. When I look at D, I see that it contains 0, 0, and it is a straight line. So it's either going to be A or it's going to be D. It can't be C or B. The next thing we need to check for is the constant proportionality of 4. Remember, constant proportionality is another name for unit rate, or you could say K. So we're trying to figure out K in A and in B. So we need to choose a point from A and find the unit rate, choose a point from D and find the unit rate, and figure out which one has a unit rate of 4. So I'm going to go ahead and make this line a little bit less thick. I'm going to choose a different color, and then I'll choose a point on this first line, and I'm looking for where the grid lines cross. And it looks like they don't cross until this very end point here. So right here is where they cross the very end. And this point reads 10, 3. So 10, 3. So I fill in K equals y over x with this point. So this is x, this is y. So when I fill it in, the y is the 3, and the x is the 10, so 3/10. So it looks like it's not A, but let's just check D to be sure. So the unit rate formula is K equals y divided by x, and I need to choose a point from this graph to fill in my unit rate formula. So I follow along and I look for where the grid lines cross. Only one grid line crosses there, only one grid line. I keep following. It looks like the grid lines cross right here. Let me see if there's another point that looks good. This point also looks good, so I could use either of these points. So I'll use this first point, 1, 4. And I'll label X and I'll label Y. And then I'll come down here and I'll fill in Y first. The Y value is 4 and the X value is 1. And 4 divided by 1 is equal to 4. So the unit rate, the constant of proportionality is 4. And it is a proportional relationship. So the answer is D, and I'll go ahead and type the answer like the directions ask me to.